Can you
Yes.
read it for me, please?
Yes. I seek refuge in God from Satan the rejected. Shall I seek other than God as a source of law when he has revealed to you this book fully detailed?
Fully detailed. Okay, now can you read them for me? Chapter 53, ayahs 3 and 4.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
3 says, nor was he speaking out of a personal desire. It was divine inspiration. The next verse is dictated by the most powerful. So
Okay.
dictation is for the literal word of God. That would be the Quran. Go ahead.
Okay. So who is this ayah talking about?
In 53, that's Muhammad.
Okay, I will give you $1 million if you can show me from the Quran that it's about Muhammad. You
Who
see
else
what you
is
did to yourself?
who else is
So you
worth
see how
taking
you
up?
so you see how
Who
you are
else?
not so you see how you're not a Quran
Do
only
you,
Muslim?
do you have $1 million?
I said I will give you $1 million
How can you
if
give
you
me
can
something
show
you
me that
don't
this is
have?
about Muhammad.
Yeah, how can you give me something you don't have? Right?
So you see what you're doing now. You're not deflecting.
I'm not.
You
I'm.
said you're a Quran only Muslim. Prove to me that this is about Muhammad.
Who
You see
else
how
could it
you're
be
stuck
talking
without
about?
the
Let's
Sunnah?
do it. No, no, no. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
47:2.
No. Don't run. I'm asking you
I'm not
about this.
running.
This one is.
Yeah, and the Quran is over 6,000 verses, right? So we have to look at the verses to come to a conclusion about other verses.
No. Wait. You said that this is about Muhammad.
It is,
How do you know this is about Muhammad?
among many
How do you
reasons,
know that
40.
this is not about? How do you know this is not about Moses?
Look at 47:2.
So you need to go to other chapters to understand
Yes,
this ayah.
yes. We should not look at one verse in isolation. We have the whole book to
Okay,
examine.
no problem. So you see, guys, he needs to go to outside sources.
It's not an outside source. This
Yes,
is the
it's an
Quran.
outside source because you
47:2 is
no
another verse.
no this we're talking about chapter 53, Surah An-Najm,
All right. Right. You can
right?
go to other verses. You can go to other verses in the
No, you
Quran.
can't. In this case, you
Why
can't
not? Of course you can.
because this is about the star. This chapter is on
You
itself.
just you just made arbitrary rules.
Okay. So you see what you're doing? You, as a Quran only Muslim, you are stuck in the middle because you don't know how about it. Let's assume this is about Muhammad. I'll go with you, no problem.
Thank you.
I'll grant you that. Okay. And he speaketh not of his own desire. So Muhammad does not speak out of his own desire, right? وَمَا
Correct.
يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى إِنْ
Correct.
هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٍ يُوحَى, right?
That's right.
But everything that comes out of his mouth is divine revelation from Allah.
Everything related to the Quran.
Okay, so
Right?
are you saying what you're saying is that Muhammad, when he was awake in the morning, everything that comes out of his mouth is Quran?
No,
Well,
absolutely
that's what
not.
it. Well, that's what your logic is.
Muhammad committed sins. This is recorded in the Quran.
That has nothing to do with this problem. The problem is you said you only follow the Quran. Here
Yes.
it says that you have to accept everything that comes out of the mouth of Muhammad as divine revelation. So that means you have to go to the Sunnah.
It's referring to the Quran, brother.
It's referring to the Quran. So when
Yes.
Muhammad
Look at verse
woke up,
5.
okay, just a second. When Muhammad woke up and he said to his baby bride Aisha or any other wife, good morning, it's divine revelation from Allah.
Baby bride.
Yes.
Where did you get that from? That Aisha was a
Okay.
baby bride.
Okay, where do you get the name Aisha from?
I don't need it. I don't need it.
So you see, guys, he
Is
knows about
one need
Aisha. He
no
knows about
no
Aisha, but he can't find the name Aisha in the
no
Quran.
no
Bingo.
no, I don't no I don't need it. How does that benefit my religion?
Emotional, damn it.
Yeah, let's not make noises. So what
Why?
difference does it make knowing the name Aisha? Let's say I don't know that name. Can I not get salvation without knowing the name Aisha? God tells us in the Quran we have everything we need for salvation. This is the book of
Okay.
salvation. The name
Okay.
Eve is not in the Quran either. Adam and Eve. So since Eve is not in the Quran, I cannot attain salvation. Where are we setting these criterias?
Okay. Who gave you the Quran? Let's begin with that.
So you're going to make Muslim arguments now.
No. Who gave you the Quran? The Quran that you have a Quran in your house, right? Who gave that Quran to you?
Yes.
Where does it come from?
Yeah, the Quran was dictated to Prophet Muhammad, wrote it down, copied by scribes, distributed in the lands, and preserved by God, generation after generation, and we have it today.
Okay. So you have the Quran from people,
Yes.
right? From people. Who are these people who gave you
Not
the
from
Quran? Can you give me the names?
No, doesn't matter.
So it
Unlike
doesn't
the
matter.
hadith, see, unlike
You
the
see how he's
hadith,
stuck again, guys?
I'm
You
not
see,
stuck.
you
Let
are
me answer.
stuck again. You're
I'm
stuck
not
again.
stuck. I'm not stuck. Let me answer.
Okay.
Unlike the hadith, the Quran does not require chains of transmission. So we don't need names of people. It's so mutawatir. It's the most remembered, recited, and recorded book in all of human history.
So the Quran doesn't
Right?
need any isnad? No chain of
No,
narration?
no.
Okay. Can you open the Arabic Quran for me? Don't use an English translation. Give me the very first pages, or maybe sometimes it's in the last part of the Quran. I challenge you to show me if it doesn't have an isnad. Go ahead, because it has. It has,
No, no. I said we don't need an isnad.
but it has an isnad. You
There's
said
not.
moments
So
ago.
someone can claim an isnad, but we don't need an isnad. The
Okay,
Quran
what
stands on
Quran do
its
you
own 2
use? What
feet.
Quran do you use?
I have the Quran that Prophet Muhammad received.
Which one is that? It has a name.
Mine does not have a
What
name. No.
what can you show
I
me
would
the
say
cover?
if you
What does
wanted
the
to
cover
know the
say?
closest one would be Hafs and Asim,
Okay, so
right?
Hafs, you have the Hafs Quran, right?
Well, I
You
said
have
the
the Hafs
closest.
Quran?
No, I said the closest to that.
Which
So
Quran
God
do you
says,
use? I
yeah,
don't care. I don't care about it.
the one,
What is the
yeah,
Quran that you use? What is the Quran that you use?
the same
What is
one
it
that
called?
the same Quran that Prophet Muhammad had.
Okay.
Didn't have a
What do you
name.
think about Rashad Khalifa?
He was a messenger of God.
So you're Rashad Khalifa. Why don't you say it from the start that you're Rashad Khalifa?
I put it in the chat. Did you ask me?
So you okay. So
And
here's
you
a
were actually
question.
talking to
Can
my
you go me? Can
sister
you
a
go
couple
for
weeks
me?
ago. Yeah,
Can
let's
you go
go.
for me to chapter 9, ayah 128 and 129, please?
No, because they don't exist.
You
We
see,
can't.
guys, it doesn't exist.
What? Yeah, there's verse. Yeah, God says He's going to protect the Quran, and He did. So why
Okay,
should I
but
recite
my
false
Quran
chapters,
here,
false
I have a
verses?
Quran here that does
Hmm.
not end at chapter 9, ayah 27. Yours
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Here, my
So
Quran here that I have on the
yeah.
screen, my Quran
Mm.
ends at 129 in chapter 9. Yours
So
stops at
right.
127.
So
What
the
happened?
burden of proof is on you to prove those are real verses from God and not from Satan.
So wait, Satan intervened and he put ayahs in the Quran?
He attempted to, yes, but of course his plot is always
Wow.
overturned. His plot is always overturned. Satan schemes, but God is the best schemer. Right?
Aywa. So Allah is the best deceiver, right?
Best schemer.
Aywa, best deceiver. Makr
So
means deceiver.
we
Okay,
have
so wait.
God.
So
Yeah.
are you saying that much later Muslims or Muslim scribes, Allah allowed Muslim scribes to put satanic verses in chapter 9 and specifically the last two ayahs?
If you read the beginning of chapter 74, which is about the hidden secret and the preservation system of the Quran, God says to the hidden secret, come out and warn, purify your garment, forsake what is wrong. The garment of the code is the Quran. The garment was cleansed. The Mus'haf is on earth. God preserves the Quran in the Lawh al-Mahfuz. With the preservation system, we are able to determine the original Quran that Prophet Muhammad received, not the 28 versions that exist
Okay,
today.
prove to me that chapter 9, your chapter 9, is the real chapter that other Sunni Muslims and Shia Muslims don't. What they have in their
First of all,
possession is corrupted.
yeah, what's hilarious is the Sunni Muslims hadith themselves already rejects these two verses. So these two verses are not even mutawatir according to their own standards. That
Okay.
just on a historical basis,
Where do you come with this idea? Where?
it's called an internal critique. Internal critique means using their own sources to refute them.
Okay.
That
So
would be from
wait,
Bukhari and others.
just to summarize, people in the chat, listen carefully. According to this gentleman here on the call, Navid, that's his name, he says that the Quran of today, right, and specifically the Hafs Quran, actually all of them, all of these different Arabic Qurans, the Qurans that have chapter 9, 128 and 129 in it, those are corrupted Qurans. These ayahs are demonic, they are satanic.
Yes.
Navid has a a new Quran that was created by Rashad Khalifa in the 90s. And that same Rashad Khalifa, who is supposedly the final messenger, the Salafi Muslims, they went inside the mosque in Tucson and they stabbed him in his heart to death. They literally, Sunni Muslims went inside the mosque of Rashad Khalifa and they put a knife in his back, right?
Right.
Ghadr. They unalived him. And later people like that famous Bilal Phillips, Imam Bilal Phillips in Canada, even saluted the unaliver, the murderer of Rashad Khalifa. That's some side information for you. But again, brother, so you're saying, just to understand you correctly, just a second.
To some of this?
Yeah, just a second. So just to summarize, just to conclude, according to you, what the Sunnis have in their possession, and specifically chapter 9, ayah 128 and 129 is demonic, it's satanic, right? These two ayahs here?
Yeah, I mean, calling the prophet a name of God is automatically demonic. Right?
And specifically, Ra'uf Rahim, right?
Calling, yes. That's a name of God. It's used 8 times in the Quran. Every time it's used for God. So I don't know what they were thinking. They thought they can get away with this. But we don't need any of this.
The merciful cannot be Muhammad.
No,
That's what you're saying.
No. It can't. No. The name. This is a name with the double attribute adjective. Ra'ufun Rahim. In the Quran, this is only used for God 8 times. But I want to correct just a few things you said. But before that, I want to thank you for having a respectful, calm discussion. I appreciate this civil discourse, even if we disagree.
I'm not here to fight anybody, brother.
Okay. So Code 19 is a mathematical system that preserves the Quran. This is an antivirus system. It detects viruses in
antivirus.
Yes. It's ECC, error correction code. Did a full body scan of the Quran. These 2 verses stuck out. There's 26 words here. 9 of them disrupt the code by 1 each. What's the odds of that? 1 in 11 billion. So 9 words
but
here.
Brother, I understand that. I understand. I know all about the miracle number 19. But here we have a problem. The Arabic does not. The Arabic doesn't help you. The Arabic of the Quran doesn't help you.
Why not?
Because there's nothing called BISM. It's BISM. That's one. And there's nothing called Ar-Rahman. It should be Ar-Rahman. What are you going to do with these grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes?
So you're changing the topic now. I thought we were talking about the verses.
Because you're using the miracle number 19, but BISM, there's nothing called BISM. This is literally a wrong spelling. It should be BISM.
Brother, that's your conjecture. That's your conjecture.
No. Why? According to you, why? What do you mean conjecture? What do you mean?
That's your conjecture that's not a word. I mean, what do you want to
There's nothing called BISM. It's BISM.
Yeah, so the Quran gives examples of both, right? So if you go to 96.1, it's BISM. Yeah, both terms are used in the Quran. If you go to 96.1, it's BISM with the alif. But there in the Fatiha,
it's simply here. No. BISM is the correct one. This is the wrong one. And what about Ar-Rahman? If I remove the vowels, it becomes Ar-Rahman.
Brother, you're just diverting. It
should be Ar-Rahman.
Yeah. Now you're doing a grammatical
And then
analysis.
what about the other reading? Malik Yawmiddin or Malik Yawmiddin? And what about?
Yeah, we can talk about.
And what about
diverting?
No, I'm not diverting. I'm showing you that you have a problem with your number 19. It does not add up.
No, it
brother,
does.
Just a second. Yeah. Also, for ayah number 7, Umar ibn al-Khattab, the companion of Muhammad, used to read it differently. He used to read it as
I don't believe in hadith.
Just a second. So what Rashad Khalifa, your messenger, Rashad Khalifa, what he did, he chose the Hafs version, and for some reason he liked it or something, and he rejected the Warsh, he rejected all the
just to be clear.
But wait a second. Omar used to read, the Caliph of the Ummah. He used to read it. No. What fake history according to who?
Because, so who wrote?
Wait a second. Let me finish my sentence, brother.
But
you said you're not here to fight me, right?
So I understand, but you're not letting me address anything. You just made 15 points.
Yes, you are. You're allowed to address. Just a second. Umar ibn al-Khattab used to read this ayah, Surah Al-Fatiha, ayah number 7. He used to read it as صراط الذين أنعمتم عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم وغير الضالين. So why did Rashad Khalifa choose the Hafs reading in this case? And not
Yeah.
only did he choose the house reading, but he corrupted chapter 9 as well.
Okay. So can I address all this?
Go ahead.
Because you bring in a lot of points. Like I appreciate your passion and I appreciate the inquiry, but we need a chance to address these issues. In 1924, they had a conference. They standardized the Cairo edition of the Quran. That's the one that Rashad used. This was the most, so it only makes sense for him to go off of the most popular edition of the Quran standardized in the world. That became Hafs and Asim with over 95.6% usage in the world. So he used that, and that, ironically, by God's perfect design and plan, had the most corroboration with the mathematical structure based on the number 19. Then a further analysis detected any discrepancies there. But God says he's protecting the Quran in the Lohul Mahfuz, the master tablet, 85, 21, and 22.
Okay.
The way we can reach the master tablet is with the ECC error correction code, and that's only achieved with the Ultimate Miracle Code 19. This is God's preservation system. Right? There is no other preservation system to this degree of accuracy and pinpoint information.
Beautiful. Okay, let us go back to Surah Al-Fatiha. Since we're talking about Surah Al-Fatiha anyway. Who's talking the ayah here?
We are talking to God. This is a prescription for us to use during our daily contact prayers 5 times a day.
Now, whose words are these?
These are our words towards God. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ.
So,
We are
so
speaking to God.
so your words are in the Quran?
God is giving us a formula to use to utilize connection with Him. Yes.
But whose words are these? Are these so you lived in the 7th century?
No, He gave us a prescription for us to utilize.
Okay, show me where it says Qul.
It doesn't need to say Qul. That's what I'm saying.
Yet it does,
This
because in other chapters start with Qul. Qul ya ayyuhan nabi. Qul, say.
This is
And
not
here, if you say these are the words of Allah, or Allah is commanding you to say that, then Allah should have said Qul, say.
No. He wrote a prescription
No?
for us to use.
What do you mean?
He wrote a prescription. He wrote a prescription for us to use.
Okay, show us how he wrote it. Show that Allah is saying, say. Say, O Nabi. Wait a second, brother. Don't teach me about the Quran, brother. I know Quran better than you, and I can teach you about the Quran. So don't go there. Don't play those games with me. My question is simple. In other chapters, whenever Allah wants to say something to let's say to Muhammad or the companions, he always starts with Qul, say. So where is Allah commanding you to repeat after him, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? Say in the name of Allah. Say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Say Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So where is the word say here?
Yeah, it's very simple. There's 2 billion Muslims. All of them understand that this is what they're supposed to use in their salah. So the word say
with all due respect, all you Muslims have a problem that you can't fix. This is what we call a major dilemma.
Now, you know what's fascinating about this? Just to add to the fact that this is the formula from God. How many times does your lips touch when you recite this chapter? Do you know?
I'm asking you, where's the word say?
Yeah, it doesn't need the word
Allah commands you to say something, you should say
say. Okay, you didn't like my question. I'll just answer it myself. Yeah, you see, 19 times your lips touch. This is the formula from God. This is the chapter we recite to make our direct connection with our Creator 5 times a day. 17 times we recite this.
How many? By the way, how many Muslims?
19 times a day. Our lips touch when we recite the key.
You gave me a number of Muslims on this planet. How big is that number?
2 billion.
How many? So wait, the Sunni Muslims are now Muslims according to you. The Shia are Muslims.
You can be an idol worshiper and still recite this chapter, right?
No. You see what kind of hypocrite liar you are. You just got busted. You said there are 2 billion Muslims out there. Why, like any typical Muslim, I don't care what sect in Islam you follow, why you Muslims are such hypocrite liars, and you include the Shia, the Sunnis? Suddenly the Shia and the Sunnis are Muslims for you?
I don't even identify as Muslim. I identify as a submitter.
You just counted 2 billion Muslims.
Let me correct you. Yeah, let me correct you.
Correct yourself. Say sorry for lying to me.
No, I didn't
to
lie.
My audience.
You misunderstood, and I'm
willing
to
correct. Are those
correct
2
you.
billion? Wait. Are these 2 billion people? Are they Muslims or not?
Can I correct you?
No, can you correct yourself first before you correct me?
because today,
no what? Wait, what?
Let me speak. Why do you keep interrupting me?
Can you stop lying to me? Stop lying.
I'm not lying. You misunderstood.
I misunderstood when you said
Yes,
2 billion
yes,
Muslims on this planet. That's what you
yes,
said.
yes. I'm
Suddenly
letting
they
them.
are
Yes,
Muslims. All
let
of them
me.
are
Can
Muslims.
can I answer? Because you just
Answer.
keep
Go ahead.
interrupting me
But
every second.
I want you to
Yeah,
apologize
I
if you
understand.
claim not to
I'm
be a
not gonna
liar.
apologize. No, yeah. If I'm a liar, I'll apologize. But I didn't
Okay.
lie. If I
So you
give,
didn't lie
if I
about the 2 billion
just let
Muslims?
me. Why don't you
Let
let
him
me
talk, bro.
speak? You don't let me talk. Look, we let them have the title, just like we let the Christians have the title Christian. If Christian means a follower of Christ, we have no problem with that.
So
But the
you're a
problem
hypocrite,
is,
right?
hold
So
on,
you're a
no, I'm
hypocrite.
not. No, I'm not a hypocrite.
Oh,
They can
I'm a
have the.
Muslim, I'm a Sunni. Let me speak to him. Let me speak to
Yeah,
him.
Who's talking? Who's
yeah.
talking?
Bro,
That's not for me. All I'm
bro,
saying is that let them have the title. I
Who's
go by the
talking?
term. I don't know. That's not from me. I don't know who that is.
Admins, can you not bring people up, please? I can't deal with 5 Muslims at the same time. Somebody on TikTok, one of the admins brought someone else. I will we'll bring you up when we're done with this guy, okay? Admins on TikTok, please do not bring Muslims up. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. Look, all I'm saying is that language changes over time. In the English language, Muslim now refers to the Mohammedans. Let them have it. I don't identify with that.
Okay,
I
so
don't.
you're
I call
okay.
myself a
So you're
submitter.
okay with counting non-Muslims. You're okay with counting non-Muslims, and suddenly you're 2 billion. Yet you Quran
Dude,
only Muslims are
no,
maybe
no.
a
I
couple of
don't even.
millions.
You're not paying attention. I don't even
I am
identify
paying
as Muslim.
attention.
No,
Okay,
because I never even
well, okay.
called myself a Muslim.
Wait. Let me
Bro,
rephrase my
you're
question.
being very insincere right now.
No.
You're not
Okay,
even
let's
letting
see
me
who's
respond
insincere.
to you.
Let's see who is insincere. If
You're being
I
insincere. You
say,
don't even let me talk.
just a second, let me finish.
Every
Please.
time I open my
You're a
mouth,
guest.
you
Let me
interrupt
finish.
me.
Let me finish, please.
You're not treating me like a guest.
Okay. You are a guest, so please behave like a guest. Listen.
Yeah.
You came with the 2 billion and you're stuck, and here's why. If I claim to be a Muslim like you, if I claim to be a Muslim and I say the Shahada of the Sunnis or the Shia, for example, La ilaha illallah, blah blah blah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Okay, am I a Muslim in your eyes with that type of Shahada?
Muslim as a derogatory term. It's like asking, are you gay? Are we going to look at
Is
the
it
etymology of the word
shirk?
gay?
Is it
Let me
shirk?
speak. Yes, it's shirk to mention Muhammad in your shot. 100%.
So they are not
Yes.
Muslims. They are mushrikun, right?
No. I'm
If you're a
granting them.
mushrik, are you
You're
Muslim?
not listening. You're not listening. I'm
You see how you
granting
waste
them
time?
the.
You see how you
Yeah,
start?
you're not. Yeah, can you pay attention for a second?
Mm. I'm paying attention, brother.
I'm granting them the term. I'm letting them have it. Like the word gay. What
Okay.
did gay mean 100
What
years
is
ago? It means
what?
someone who's happy. Today it
So
means homosexual.
why did
I'm
you
telling you,
count them? Why did you count them if they're not Muslims?
I only refer to people reciting the Fatiha. That was the discussion. That doesn't mean I accept them as believers. The
Okay.
discussion was,
You see what a
how do
liar
people
this guy
know?
is? You see what
No,
you see what kind of
not a liar.
liars these
Yeah.
people are? You are a big
All
fat
you're,
liar because
yeah.
moments ago you counted them as Muslims and you included the 2
No.
billion.
Let me speak. I'm not
So
even
no,
identifying
I
with
want you
them.
to be honest. I want you to be
Let
honest.
me
Stop playing a
speak.
victim. Stop playing a
I'm not
victim.
playing. I'm not playing a victim.
How
I'm
many
trying to
Muslims,
speak.
according to you, how many Muslims are truly
Let
Muslims
me
according to you?
let
Give me a number. Give me a
true
number.
truly
Give me a
the
number.
true believers is a minority. The true
What?
believers are a
Give me a
minority.
number. Give me a number.
I don't have a number.
Couple of millions.
Maybe thousands. I don't know.
Thousands. So there are
Yeah.
not 2 billion Muslims. So I want you to apologize
No.
and say that you lied.
I'm letting them
Then
have.
apologize and stop using the
Okay.
number 2 billion.
You're not. Yeah.
Apologize.
Let me speak, man. Why are you not letting me speak?
Because you have no honor, you have no dignity. You lied to my face. I don't like to have liars on my panel. I'll give you a chance to speak. I'll give you my platform to speak. But when you're going to lie and count the other Muslims that you do not consider as Muslims, then I have a problem with that. Okay? Suddenly, guys, the 2 billion are only a couple of thousand. You heard them, it's recorded. I'm so happy that this is recorded. And guys, I want you to clip it. And guys, you see, they are playing victims. Let me speak. No, I will not allow you to speak when you lie to my face. I'm so happy that he admitted that the Quran of the Sunnis is demonic. The Quran of the Shia is demonic. It contains demonic verses. He said it. It's recorded. Okay. Suddenly, the Sunnis are not Muslims, the Shia are not Muslims. But wait, We're going to count them as such. We're going to count them as Muslims. 2 billion Muslims. That's what he said, right? Not me. Allow me to speak. Yeah, go speak somewhere else. I'm not allowed to continue because I don't like to speak to liars and deceivers. You thought that I did not hear you, right? 2 billion Muslims. And now it's a couple of thousands, right? Are there other Muslims who want to join the panel?